Hey guys, it's me Amanda, also known as Amateurs, and today we're doing another book haul, mostly Goodwill and Amazon book haul. Excuse if there's any noises up in the background. Children are running around upstairs and the dog is freaking out because of it. So my apologies. I didn't want to film in the bedroom again because the lighting is just horrid in there, and the lighting out here keeps going on and off. So I'm sorry. I don't want to bring my big camera out just to film this video because I have nowhere to film right now with it particularly. So let's just get started before this camera decides to die on me, because it was dying and I charged for only 15 minutes. Now here we are. So we're gonna start with the Amazon books because I have not unwrapped them yet. Here they are. There's 6 of them. I specifically made sure that I wouldn't unwrap them before this video because I wanted to film me unwrapping them, and I wanted to do an Instagram reel with them wrapped anyways, at least in the beginning of the reel. So, and it's gonna probably be a TikTok also. I do have Instagram and I do have TikTok. I'll link them down below, or down below here, or in the description if I remember. I think I said that last time and I didn't do that. I think it's in the vlog though, so it's not up yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll remember to do it. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to unwrapping these packages. I'm gonna try not showing you the address. This one I have to lower because the address is like twisted around the edge. So I'm going to do it down below so you don't see the address. I do kind of remember what books that I purchased. They're all really cheap, like $1 or $2, $3 worth of. Then you gotta include shipping though. Shipping's always like $3.99 to $4.99 depending on the book or where you're getting it from. But I kind of remember what books I got. I kind of forgot at the same time. I'm trying to rip it open, but it's like, girl, no. Alright, this one was $1. No, that's not it. This doesn't tell you how much it cost. Just tells you what the item is and what condition it was in. It says acceptable condition and it looks like it's brand spanking new. It does. Look at that. Look at that. It's Badass Habits, Cultivating the Awareness, Boundaries, and Daily Upgrades You Need to Make Them Stick by Jen Sincero. But it looks brand spanking new. The dust cover doesn't have a scratch on it. Doesn't have isn't ripped anywhere. Maybe it's annotated. No, it's not annotated. It's in brand spanking new condition. And it said acceptable. Alright, let me read you a little bit about it. Badass Habits is a Iruka. I think it's Iruka. Sparking, easy to digest look at how our habits make us who we are. From the measly moments that happen in private to the solutions we loudly broadcast and often don't keep on social media. Written in Jen's trademark hilarious voice, Badass Habits offers a much needed fresh take on the conventional wisdom and science around the age-old topics of habits. Sorry that I'm stuttering. I do that, and I especially do it when I'm reading out loud. Jen breaks down habits busting and building into a powerful 21-day process, offers new perspectives on how to train your brains to become our best selves, arms us with a crucial boundary setting skills, and shares enlightening interviews with people who have successfully strengthened their discipline backbones. With healthy boundaries, knowledge of, and permission to go after our desires, and easy to implement a plan of action, this entertaining read shows us how joyfully anchor our new habits and to get lasting results that may have eluded us in the past. Oh my god, I kept having issues with that. Anyway, I'm really excited to read this book because I've been reading a lot of her books. I think the only one I have not read is You Are a Badass, the first one. Right, next book. This one is a very skinny book. See how skinny this book is? So I know I'm going to read through it, whatever it is, really fast. So let's open it. Let's try to open it. Let's fail at opening it. I'm going to keep ripping tiny little things off of it. There we go. There we go. This one doesn't come. It does. Comes with something. Comes with a little thing. This is not, it's in good condition. And that's all that really says that's important. Alright. It definitely looks like it's in great condition. It's this. Nothing But Blackened Teeth. It is a horror by Cassandra Kyle. Looks like this. There's a sticker right here that seems like it might be easy to take off. I'm gonna try to see if I can. Hopefully it doesn't leave any sticker residue. It hasn't yet. Let me just. Because if I can take this sticker off, this would be more than just good condition. It would be great condition. There's some sticker residue. Very little. Very little sticker residue. There's a big black spot that's covering whatever's on the sticker, so I don't know what the hell it says. But it's a Japanese horror book, and I was very interested in it. I didn't know it was this thin, though. Holy crap. I should just read this tonight. I'm gonna pronounce these wrong because it's in Japanese. Well, some words are Japanese. A gorgeously creepy haunted house tale steeped in Japanese folklore. A Heian I already messed up. A Heian-era mansion stands abandoned, and the foundations resting on the bones of a bride, and its walls packed with the remains of girls sacrificed to keep her company. It's a perfect venue for a group of thrill-seeking friends brought back together to celebrate a wedding. A night of food, drinks, and games quickly spirals into a nightmare of secrets, as secrets get dragged out and relationships are tested. But the house has secrets too. Lurking in the shadows is the ghost bride with a black smile and a hungry heart. And she gets lonely down there in the dirt. Doesn't that sound good? I like Japanese things a lot, not just anime. When I was younger, like in middle school and high school, I wanted to get into the religion of Shintoism. But unfortunately, I don't know how to get into the traditions and habits and growth and all that of Shintoism because I don't live in Japan, and I'd rather be in Japan learning it from the actual people who studied and grew up in it than just be like, this is what I think it is. Now I'm a Shintoist. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I just feel like that would just be mockery on the Japanese culture, and I just don't feel that's right. But now I have a whole different religion belief. But I wanted to study that stuff. I wanted to move to Japan and study Japanese culture and all that jazz. And since then, I've been really big into Japanese horror, since it seems to be the only horror I can really get into, and it actually scares me, like for a prolonged period of time. Anyhow, let's get going. We have a lot more books to get through. This one is decent size. Let's, again, with the small little pieces. What is with this? A small little piece again. Let's just tear it open. Alright. Oh, I remember this one. This one's in great condition also. What does it say on the tag, though? What kind of condition was it supposed to be in? Good. It's supposed to be in good condition. This is in remarkable condition. There's no sticker residue. The cover is in great condition. There's a little smudge right here, but it's hardly noticeable. It's not annotated, so it's in great condition. I don't know what they say that's in good condition. I guess they say it just to be cautious, because I know I used to do that when I used to sell things on Amazon years ago. Here we go. Welcome to the cursed town of Sparrow. 2 centuries ago, 3 sisters were sentenced to death for witchery. Stones were tied to their ankles and they were drowned in deep waters surrounding the town. Now, for a brief time each summer, the sisters return, sealing the bodies of 3 troubled girls so that they may seek their revenge, luring boys into Sparrow's harbor and pulling them under. Like many locals, 17-year-old Penny Talbot has accepted the fate of the town, but this year, on the eve of the sisters' return, a boy named Bo Carter arrives, unaware of the danger he just stumbled into. Mistrust and lies spread quickly through the salty, rain-soaked streets. The townspeople will turn against one another. Benny and Bo will suspect the other of hiding secrets, and death will come swiftly to those who cannot resist the call of the sisters. but only Penny sees that what others cannot, and she will be forced to choose save Bo or save herself. Doesn't that sound good? I love witch books. That's one of the reasons why I purchased it, because it's witchery, and I love witch stuff. So I wanted to study witchcraft also, isn't that a thing? Like, ever since I was in elementary school, I wanted to study witchcraft. And that was because The Craft got into me ever since I was a little girl. So, like, I wanted to study witchcraft because of the Craft movie. Who else had that thing going on for them? Seeing the movie The Craft, I'm like, I want to study witchcraft. Here we go. And then just, like, borrowed books from the library and got nowhere in it. Me. Alright, let's continue on. We got 3 more books from the Amazon haul and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from others. Next is this one. It's from Half Price Books. It says on the packaging. This one should be easier to open. Ta-da! Easier to open. It seems like a thicker book too than the ones I've been getting. It's kind of stuck in the paper. Okay, yeah, we're stuck. I'm gonna have to rip it on the side. Okay. I think I know which one this one is. Like I said, I remember slightly what I purchased, and I don't at the same time. So, it's kind of a mystery to me too. Just kind of. This one has sticker residue on the front of the book, but the rest of the book is in brand new spanking condition. Book 1 in the Until the End of the World series. Until the End of the World by Sarah Lyons Fleming. Did I tell you? Sorry. This is by Shay Earnshaw. Just to let you know. I'm supposed to say that, but I keep forgetting. Sorry. It's a thicker book, but it's in great condition. Like I said, some sticker residue, but it's like there's no crack on the spine or anything. There's like no one's ever read this book. Alright, it's a long one, so we're gonna read just a little bit of it, okay? Cassie Forrest isn't surprised to learn that the day she decided to get her life together is also the day the world ends. After all, she's been on self-imposed losing streak since her survivalist parents died. She stopped painting, broken up off her engagement to Adrian? I don't know how to pronounce that name. And dated a real jerk. Rectifying her mistakes has to wait, however, because Cassie and her friends have just enough time to escape Brooklyn for her parents' cabin before Bornavirus, that's how you pronounce it, LX, turns them into zombies too. That's all I'm going to say for this book, because it's shorter shorter typing, and as you've noticed, I have troubles reading out loud. But it sounds like a really good book. I love zombies. I'm a zombie werewolf girl. Not like to them together, being like a werewolf zombie or anything like that. I just like zombies and I like werewolves. Those are my tops. Next is like mermaids, maybe. So it's kind of like anything zombies and werewolves I get really into, hoping that they're really good, because sometimes they're not so good and you're like, this kind of sucked. But I always watch zombie books. I always watch zombie movies and werewolf movies, and I write down stuff about them and everything like that, because I'm weird like that. I annotate movies by writing down what kind of zombies they are, if they walk, if they run, if they jump, if they sprint, if they eat human brains, if they talk, all that jazz. I do that. I do. And I keep telling myself I'm using it for Between Monsters and Men, but I never have used it yet for any of it. So it's kind of like, you know. This one's a boo package. It's a boo package. Oh, it's so easy to rip too. Look at that. Look at that. It's just, this one I'm really excited about. Why? It's because it's about Native Americans or indigenous people. I might have pronounced that wrong. I can't say words very well, so do not think I'm trying to be rude by saying that wrong. I just can't say it right at all. But I love Native American belief. I am a big believer of the great spirits and everything like that. Don't remember their names very well because I know I mispronounce them wrong. Or yeah, I'll mispronounce them, most definitely. But I try to follow the Ojibwa way, by the Chippewa people. Or in America it's Chippewa, in Canada it's Ojibwa. My grandpa was a blood brother with a chief of the Ojibwa tribe, so I just have it in my heart because my grandpa passed away and everything like a couple of years back, well, several years back now, and now I just full-heartedly like to listen to their traditions and all that jazz because it was a big part of his life. And this is, I don't think it's a Chippewa book at all, but actually it doesn't even have, oh there it is. It's right there, Amanda. How did you miss that? But it's a Native American book, and it's about a Native American like horror story almost. It's called The Only Good Indians, a novel by Stephen. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know. Some people don't like it that Stephen or Stephen way, so I'm gonna say Stephen Graham Jones because that's why it's pronounced or spelt. But it is also in great condition. No sticker residue, no annotations, no nothing. Let's read it. A tale of revenge, cultural identity, and the cost of breaking from tradition in the latest novel for the Jordan Peele of horror literature, Stephen Graham Jones. See, I'm already saying it the opposite way. Seamlessly blending classic horror and dramatic narrative. This is not telling me what it's about. Here we are. The Only Good Indians follows four American Indian men after a disturbing event from their youth puts them in desperate struggle for their lives. Tracked by an entity bent on revenge, these childhood friends are helpless as the culture and traditions they left behind catch them up to them in a violent, revengeful way. Does that sound good? I'm super excited about this book because of that. I don't know what Native American tribe it follows. Lastly, for the Amazon haul. And my camera is officially on half battery. Let's see what this one is. I don't remember what it could be. Trying to think. Oh yeah, now I remember. Tokyo Dreaming. I have Tokyo Ever After. It was super good. I read it within like 2 to 3 days. Tokyo Dreaming by Emiko Jean. It is in great condition. All these books were in great condition. Not one had that were like in just acceptable condition like one said it was going to be. Okay. Oh, it's small handwriting too. Or small typewriting or whatever you want to call it. Now she's over. Okay. When Izumi learned her father was the crown prince of Japan, she became a princess overnight. That should actually be all that I read because this is the second book out of 2 books so far. I don't think she's written a third one. And I don't want to read more than this because it's kind of will spoil a little bit of the first book. So I'm not going to read any more than this, guys. I'm sorry. But just know that the first book is really good. It's what I just said. She became a princess overnight. It's not really a big spoiler. It tells you in the book dust cover of the first book that happens. But this is what it looks like. And I'm going to probably read this one. There's a lot of books I want to read right away. Let's get to the next books. Okay, the next books, except for one, I got from Goodwill. This one I got from Walmart. Ignore the half books little thing right here that I'm using as a bookmark. It does have a little torn, see it's a little torn right here. It was only $9 something, so that's why I bought it, because I didn't want it to be ripped. I didn't want it to be ripped any more than it already is. So I purchased it, and I wanted to read it anyways because it's called The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. It sounds really good. It reminds me of The Island in a way, but it doesn't. I don't know how to describe it, so let me just read it to you. Every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful house top to bottom. I pick up their daughter from school and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband Andrew seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live in Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I tried on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, is far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. The last two lines remind me of The Island, because you just have to read Island. And Island by this person right here, because I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But it's super good. It's like my top favorite book that I have read so far out of all my books I've read. It's my top. Next are 4 books from Goodwill that I found one day when we went Goodwill hunting, thrifting. And I'll have to read you and just tell you about them because they're all in really good condition except for one. just one. It's a little not so great condition. House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. I think it's Wynne. It's the sequel to Howl's Moving Castle. Believe it or not, I have not read this one. I owned it for like a day, or I borrowed it, or something like. I think I borrowed it because why would I have owned it for only a day? I think I borrowed it from someone or something. I don't know. I never read it, but I wanted to. It was only $1.91. $1.91. When Charmaine Baker agreed to look after her great uncle's house, she thought she was getting blissful parent-free time to read. She didn't realize that the house bent space and time, and she did not expect to become responsible for an extremely magical stray dog and a muddled young apprentice wizard. Now somehow she's been targeted by a terrifying creature called a Lupuk, too, and become central to the king's urgent search for the fabled elf gift that will save the country. The king is so desperate to find the elf gift, he has called in the intimidating sorceress named Sophie to help, and where Sophie is, the great wizard Howl and the fire demon Calcifer won't be far behind. How did respectable Charmaine end up in such a mess, and how will she get herself out of it? See, it has Howl in it. That's what really excites me. I really want to read it because it has Howl and Sophie in it. But it's in great condition. It's a gold sticker, so not gold. That's orange. It's an orange sticker, and orange stickers weren't half off that day. Green stickers were, so there is a book in here that is green, so it was only half off. Let's get to that book. Fire with Fire by Jenny Han. It is in great condition. It's hardcover. It's a thicker book too. It's a green sticker, so it's half off from $2.92. And it sounds good. I picked it up by random. I was like, oh, this looks like a nice cover. And so I read it, I was like, that sounds like a nice book. So here it is. Lilia, Kat, and Mary had the perfect plan. Worked together in secret to take down the people who wronged them. But things didn't exactly go on the way they hoped at the homecoming dance. Not even close. For now, it looks like they got away with it. All they have to do is move on and pick up the pieces. Forget there ever was a pact. But it's not easy. Not when Reeve is still a total jerk and Rennie is meaner than ever she was before. Again, sorry for the stuttering. Today is really bad. And then there's sweet little Mary. She knows there's something seriously wrong with her. If she can't control her anger, she's sure that someone will get hurt even worse than Reeve was. Mary understands now that it's not just that Reeve bullied her, it's that he made her love him. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, burn for burn. A broken heart for a broken heart. The girls are up to the task. They'll make Reeve fall in love with Lilia, and then they'll crush him. It's the only way he'll learn. It seems once a fire is lit, the only thing you can do is let it burn. See, it kind of reminds me of John Tucker Must Die. That's what it reminds me of, and I like that movie. Believe it or not, I like that movie. So I'm excited to read it. Again, most of these books I want to read right away. I don't know which one to read right now, cause like I want to read all these books, like right now, all at the same time, so I can get it over with all at the same time. That's not the reason. I just want to read all the books. Next, I actually purchased this for Zach because he's a big manga and anime guy. Parasite. We've watched this show before, or at least he's watched it. I watched like episode 1 and then I stopped. It's volume 1. Great condition. Great condition. It's never been opened. There's not even a little, not even a crack in the spine. It was only $1.91 for it. It's in great condition. It's not even, there's not even yellowing on the top of it, which, you know, manga does that. You get yellowing on the top of them like that. So it's like, you can have a brand new speaking book, then a week later there's yellowing on the top of it, and you're like, how did this happen? But that's what happens when you collect manga. Unless you put them somewhere secure like we have most of Zach's mangas. They arrive in silence and darkness. They descend from the skies. They have a hunger for human flesh. They are everywhere. They are parasites. Alien creatures who, to survive, must invade and take control of a human host. Once they have infected their victims, they can assume any deadly form they choose. Monsters with big teeth, giant teeth. Winged demons, creatures with blades for hands. But most have chosen to conceal their lethal purpose behind ordinary human faces, so no one knows their secret, except for an ordinary high school student. Shinichi is battling for control of his own body against an alien parasite. But can he find a way to warn humanity of the horrors to come? It was the first episode I watched was really good. I don't know why I didn't continue watching it. I just think that I didn't want to continue watching it at the time. And so Zach continued watching it, and so I just never got back into it because he just continued watching it without me. So maybe I'll get back into it. Crunchyroll's been having a problem lately that I don't even want to discuss it. I tried getting communication with them and everything like that to fix the problem that we're having, and they hardly did anything. So I don't know if we're going to continue having Crunchyroll for too much longer. Now for the last book out of all the books we just went through. House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This book isn't in great condition. It's in acceptable condition. There's cracking in the bind. The stickers stuck here. It's only $1.91. It is the 4th book of the series of the Heroes of Olympus. I've never gotten this. Oh, there's a library book thing in the back of it. I didn't know that. So it was a library book. I should have figured that one out. I didn't flip through it, I just grabbed it. I was like, oh my god, that's one of the books I don't have out of the series. It's not annotated. But it looks like all this, they split up the POVs in these ones. Oh, that's different. Let's see how I feel about that when I read through it. If you saw my last book haul, you know my little feeling about when they break up the POV and characters when it comes to books. You'll know. But it looks like they put the names in the beginning of the chapters. So, oh my god, my camera's dying. Let's just read this real quick. I can't. It's the 4th book. If I read it, then you'll know spoilers for the first 3. So I can't read it. I'm sorry. But know that I got the 4th book. It's thicker. It's a thicker book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that it didn't. Sorry, I couldn't really read that one. I didn't realize it was the 4th one until I clicked out. I looked at the back. I was like, oh wait, it's the 4th one. I just said that a couple of times. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.